Füzuli bizimdir. Cebrail bizimdir. Zengilan bizimdir. Qubadlı bizimdir. Ağdam bizimdir. Lachin bizimdir. Kəlbəcər bizimdir. Şuşa bizimdir. Karabakh bizimdir. Karabakh Azerbaycan'dır. Eşk olsun Azerbaycan halkına, yaşasın Azerbaycan.
November 8, 2020 is a day commemorating the liberation of the Azerbaijani city of Shusha, which later became the cultural capital of the state. This day is also Azerbaijan's Victory Day, a symbol of independence, sovereignty, strength, and the power of our country. The trilateral statement signed on November 10, 2020 by the leaders of Azerbaijan, Russia, and Armenia was in fact an act of surrender by the latter. Unfortunately, even after Azerbaijan's brilliant victory, there were those of the opinion that Baku wouldn't dare to change the status quo established by the trilateral agreement, and that the liberation of Shusha and the majority of Karabakh would be the maximum limit. These experts justified their opinion by stating that the international community would not allow any operations to be carried out on the territories where Armenian separatists lived. The position taken by the US and Western powers gave serious grounds for such a prediction. Western pressure intensified in late 2022 when Azerbaijan's human rights organizations launched a protest on the Lachin road. When the Azerbaijani army retaliated against provocations made by remnants of the Armenian armed forces left in these territories in the post-war period, the US, the EU, especially France, both during the 30-year occupation and since the signing of the trilateral agreement, have been interested in maintaining uncertainty. To this end, attempts were made to resuscitate the OSCE Minsk group, restarting the arduous negotiation process all over again. Nefarious smear campaigns in the foreign press were launched against our country, targeting the president and members of his family. The West, through the use of international mechanisms such as the UN, the European Parliament, the Council of Europe, and the threat of sanctions, have attempted to dissuade President Ilham Aliyev from carrying out his plans, and thus preventing Azerbaijan from restoring full sovereignty over its territory, and forcing it to limit itself to the results of 2020. However, Ilham Aliyev, the Supreme Commander-in-Chief and President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, leaves no stone unturned. Despite persistent opposition from pro-Armenian forces and forces interested in destabilizing Azerbaijan and the entire region for various reasons, the head of the Azerbaijani state demonstrated diplomatic expertise and uncompromising principle, bringing closer the day when the state flag of Azerbaijan will finally be raised in Khankendi. Today, when Azerbaijan has restored its sovereignty over Karabakh, we see how quickly the deoccupied lands are being restored, how the true inhabitants who were expelled 3 decades ago are returning there. It becomes obvious how the international economic projects implemented by Azerbaijan for many years, how the steps taken in the political arena created the conditions for the solution of the issue of restoration of territorial integrity. All of this is a mathematically calibrated plan, which includes both multifaceted political combinations fueled by skillful diplomacy and strong economic ties. Ilham Aliyev has worked out every detail of this complex scheme with filigree finesse, with a jeweler's precision, and convinced the whole world of our righteousness, broke the resistance of dissenters, and restored historical justice. Despite the pessimistic forecasts and timidity of some, uncertainty in our strength for others, despite the aplomb of Western interests and intrigues, within 3 post-war years, a process of historical significance was carried out, and a national mission was fulfilled. On September 20, 2023, in less than 24 hours, the Azerbaijani army broke the will of the separatist forces. Which soon after announced dissolution. And on 15th October, the Azerbaijani flag was officially raised in Khankendi. This epochal event was another brilliant victory, equal in significance to the victory in the 44-day war on 8 November. With full confidence, we can say that the precepts of national leader Heydar Aliyev, who devoted his entire life to the Azerbaijani people and considered restoration of territorial integrity of our country as his main goal, has been fulfilled today. Great deeds, new horizons, and conquest of peaks await Azerbaijan ahead.